Good afternoon. We had areas of fog throughout the day, and those will continue overnight with a low near 28 Sioux Falls, 24 Aberdeen, 15 in Pierre, and 23 in Rapid City. More fog tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy skies, 35 the high in Sioux Falls, 36 Aberdeen, 32 in Pierre, and 49 in Rapid City. We have warmer temperatures on the way through the weekend. We'll take a look at those coming up. KELOLAND's First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, First at 4.
Repairing water mains in Sioux Falls this winter. A look at the process and why so many are breaking.
Plus, it's been 51 years since the Roe v. Wade case in the Supreme Court. The state of abortion rights in Minnesota.
And later, the New Hampshire primary is today. How the candidates stack up in the first in the nation election. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. We're following a developing story this afternoon. KELOLAND News just received a statement from University Police about a threatening phone call that was made earlier today to SDSU, warning of an attack on campus.
Yeah, here's that statement. After a thorough investigation by the University Police Department, the South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation, and other law enforcement agencies, it was determined that the threat was not substantiated. The call was generated from outside the state of South Dakota and directed to publish phone numbers at SDSU. There was never a threat directed to a specific part of the campus. Similar calls have been made to a variety of schools and public institutions in the United States in recent months. The university operations continued throughout the day, and no classes were ever canceled.
Water pipes are breaking left and right across KELOLAND. Last night, the St. Francis house had 2 breaks around 9:45. Someone noticed that water was leaking from the bathroom ceiling, and soon the ceiling came crashing down. Water flooded the entire wing, with the water coming up to people's ankles.
We had water everywhere, trying to direct people in the fire department, but I had some really stellar staff that just jumped in, took control, started getting stuff taken care of, and then I have some amazing guests that just immediately stepped in, and they started mopping and pushing the water and just working together as a team.
Firemen, guests, and staff worked on cleaning up the mess for 3 hours that night and continued the cleaning in the morning. Later tonight, we'll hear more about the break, and we'll talk to some of the guests who stepped up amid the chaos.
Well, in the last week and a half, there have been 7 water main breaks across Sioux Falls. As temperatures continue to rise and drop, that number is going to get bigger. KELOLAND's Renee Ortiz takes us to 12th and Wayland Avenue to show us how crews are working to make the repairs.
The fluctuating temperatures this winter has caused the ground to shift back and forth, which causes a lot of these water main breaks across the city to happen.
When we can, we get the repair made before people go to work, because it is an inconvenience to be without water. And you don't know how much you miss it until it's gone.
Crews have been out throughout the week. I'll show you how they repair these water main breaks in my full report coming up tonight. Reporting in Sioux Falls, Renee Ortiz, KELOLAND News.
Fluctuating temperatures.
Can sure cause a mess for people.
I like when the fluctuating temperatures go up.
Fluctuate up.
Yes, that's my opinion.
Well, then you're in luck. We have those warmer temperatures through the work week and even this weekend. Right now, we are dealing with some fog as well in Sioux Falls at 31 degrees. Southeast winds at 10 miles an hour. And around the region, we have some sunshine in Rapid City, 47. South winds at 10. We do have a dense fog advisory in place through tomorrow morning in central South Dakota and those areas in gray. Under a quarter-mile visibility possible at times. Now, more areas could get added to this as we go through this afternoon because that fog will start to redevelop overnight. Here is a look at our current visibilities down to 2 miles in Sioux Falls and Watertown, 3 in Worthington, Marshall, and in Brookings, 5 miles of visibility in Aberdeen, and 8 in Pierre. And like I said, that fog could redevelop overnight. Right now, 31 Yankton, 28 in Brookings, 30 Sisseton, 25 in Mobridge, 29 in Phillip, and 47 degrees in Custer. We have these light south winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour, and we'll keep our winds light as we head through tonight, tomorrow, and even Thursday. So for tonight, light winds, that fog redeveloping, otherwise partly to mostly cloudy skies. 28 the low in Sioux Falls, 24 in Aberdeen, 15 in Pierre, and 23 in Rapid City. We'll keep our light winds around for the day tomorrow, and it's going to be much of the same. Mostly cloudy skies. We could have some fog in the morning. 35 our high in Sioux Falls, 36 Aberdeen, 32 in Pierre, and 49 with some sunshine in Rapid City. Even on Thursday, we keep our winds light, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and temperatures are about the same. 35 Sioux Falls, 34 in Aberdeen, 32 in Pierre, and 46 with sunshine in Rapid City. Through the end of the week and even first part of the weekend, our temperatures stay about that same level, but we have even warmer air on the way as we end the 7-day forecast and end the month. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit.
All right, look forward to it. Thanks a lot, Megan. Well, yesterday marked the 51st anniversary of the now overturned Roe v. Wade decision. The 1973 Supreme Court ruling determined that the U.S. Constitution guaranteed a right for a woman to have an abortion. Abortion opponents held a rally at the Minnesota State Capitol. They say since the overturning of Roe v. Wade a year and a half ago, Minnesota has become a mecca for those seeking abortions, and that restrictions need to be tightened. Esme Murphy reports on the ongoing battle over abortion rights and how it's expected to play a big role in the 2024 elections.
We need to be out in every community.
At the March for Life rally at the Capitol, abortion opponents denounced the laws passed last year by the legislature protecting abortion rights.
These laws are not reasonable, and they do not reflect what Minnesotans want for our state.
Since Roe was overturned, Planned Parenthood says there has been a 25% increase in the number of abortions in Minnesota and a 100% increase in the number of people traveling here from other states, from as far away as Texas. The latest state figures show in 2021, 18 people came to Minnesota from Texas for abortions. In 2022, that number jumped to 150. Most of those coming from out of state need financial help to travel here.
80% of these individuals that we've helped to get to their appointments would not have been able to do that without our support.
Minnesota's surrounding states have either bans on abortions or restrictions that could soon become a lot tougher. And that's why the numbers traveling from nearby states are up too.
We see situations where people's lives are in danger. And so for our staff, it's really important that we are there to be whatever they need.
With opponents vowing to fight on,
We say no more.
abortion rights supporters say they'll be fighting too. One possibility, putting a constitutional amendment protecting abortion rights on the November 2024 ballot. That could either come as a standalone constitutional amendment, or it could be wrapped up into a larger equal rights amendment. In Minneapolis, Esme Murphy, WCCO News.
A 2-year-old child in North Dakota died of fentanyl poisoning Sunday night. Bismarck police say they were called to a home and found a man and woman trying to revive the child. Preliminary tests show there was fentanyl in the child's system. Detectives found fentanyl, meth, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia in the home. The parents are being held in jail for child endangerment, child neglect, and drug charges.
Well, prom may be a few months away, but in Sioux City, a local nonprofit is making sure that the perfect dress is in the budget. Junior League of Sioux City is hosting its second prom dress pop-up event. More than 800 gently used prom dresses will be available to buy at highly discounted prices. Junior League is accepting dress donations so that every girl can have the opportunity to say yes to the dress.
We are looking to sell prom dresses at an affordable price to girls in the area so that they can experience the joys of prom dress shopping and the excitement of finding the perfect dress at an affordable cost.
The pop-up event will take place at Dream Dress Express on Floyd Boulevard on February 24th and March 2nd from noon to 4.